the Election Commission has immediately taken action and decided that the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting should immediately stop these messages, the Viksit Bharat messages, because this is clearly something that changes the level playing field. As you're well aware, a free and fair election should ensure that no political party, even if they are in government, should get an undue advantage. And it's in this context the Election Commission has been seen as acting immediately on various model codes of, code violations that we are seeing. First, the Union Minister, Shobha, who was accused of hate speech, targeting the Tamils in particular, immediately asking the Chief Electoral Officer of Karnataka to take action and inform the Election Commission within 48 hours of the steps that have been taken. She's already been booked in terms of the IPC filed by the Election Commission. On another aspect, issuing directions to the Cabinet Secretary, Chief Secretaries of State, where they have not complied with taking out unauthorized political advertisements. That should have come into effect immediately. And now today, on the Viksit Bharat, they have again asked the Election Commission the Ministry of Information and Technology to immediately act, stop these messages, give a compliance report, and a directive has been issued from the Election Commission. So on a day when the Election Commission has come under greater scrutiny by the Supreme Court, where it's heard, there have been given the go-ahead, don't want chaos to be conducted at this present juncture. The team led by Mr. Rajiv Kumar, Ganesh Kumar, as well as Mr. Sandhu are acting in a free and fair manner to ensure that the biggest exercise in the world is conducted in a free and fair manner, and no party, be it in government or outside, can take undue advantage at this present juncture.
Right, Sunil, because it has been, over 5 days at least since the Model Code of Conduct came into play. The ministry, these messages were coming earlier, but they continued even after that. And now, after all these complaints, the Election Commission today taking action over this.
That's right. It was required because if you are directly using people's mobiles to send messages to them, then this is really not in the fitness of things, is clearly something as the Election Commission really weighs all these options. One would have asked why they took 5 days, but I think they wanted to get a full compliance in terms of the facts and everything else before they go ahead and take a decision on this matter. So it's in this context that the Election Commission has now asked the Information and Technology Ministry to immediately take action and ensure a level playing field, give its compliance report, and stop the publicity of Viksit Bharat across the country.
All right, Sunil, thanks so much for joining us with all those details. So that's the big breaking news now coming in. The Election Commission today directed the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to immediately halt delivery of the Viksit Bharat messaging over WhatsApp that people continue to receive, even though the Model Code of Conduct came into effect from Saturday, the date when the Election Commission announced the election dates and the schedule. It has also sought a compliance report immediately from the ministry. The Election Commission had received several complaints that such messages highlighting the government's initiatives were still being delivered on citizens' phones, despite the announcement of the general elections and the Model Code of Conduct entering into force. And the Election Commission now reacting after taking all into account. Now today directing the ministry to immediately stop this messaging and also submit a report, a compliance report. We do believe that the ministry has said that, that many of these messages that were delivered to recipients could have been delayed, and it's due to some other limitations that these were sent out earlier and they're continuing to be sent, some technology being blamed there in a sense. But let's go back to Sunil for more on this. And Sunil, a very important action by the Election Commission, especially given today the Congress has already hit out over their accounts being frozen and the tax notices being issued, talking about a level playing field. And this again, if the government continues to send these sort of messages directly to citizens' phones, it also raises questions over the level playing field.
Well, those are two separate issues. I think
Yes.
the Congress's point is definitely on a different issue altogether. That's something that has to be looked at a very different stage. Having said that, the real issue at this present juncture is the issue about, as we've been saying, a free and fair election. Can people like you and me get messages on behalf of the Prime Minister from the Information and Technology Ministry about a letter that he has sent? Is this kind of communication permitted once the electoral process is underway? The Model Code of Conduct has come into effect with the announcement on the 16th of March, and it's in this context that they have asked the Information and Technology Ministry to give its compliance. That, of course, the messages have already gone, but various people, as you pointed out, have used social media, have written to the Election Commission, have gone to various media organizations to say that this is an unfair practice, this is not a level playing field, and immediately the Election Commission, as I said, has acted not only in this matter, but on hate speech, for example, because you heard Mr. Rajiv Kumar at the Election Commission when he made that announcement on Saturday, saying that come what may, we are going to be proactive this time against the four M's: money power, muscle power, the Model Code of Violation, and various fact-checking units or misinformation. So it's in this context that the Election Commission has, as I said, not only acted against the Union Minister Shobha for a hate speech against Tamils, which have really huge ramifications, not only in Tamil Nadu, but for the rest of the country when you try to arouse communal passions. On the same way, the Election Commission has taken and asked the Chief Cabinet Secretary, the Chief Secretaries of all states to immediately comply with the non-unauthorized political advertisements which are being telecast. And then, of course, today, the Viksit Bharat. So there is clearly prima facie very, very clear action by the Election Commission to ensure a level playing field. And they are taking proactive steps to ensure a free and fair and as I keep reiterating, a level playing field.